Well, how's it going, Kingston? Welcome back to the battlefield. Hope you guys are all doing well. Sorry, I haven't been posting as many videos. I had a really bad cold, and I probably wouldn't have been able to say a couple sentences without hacking up a lung. So, but we're back. We're back with a clan battle. This is between the IZ and Rheinbund clan. So they're using the 1806 cores. Now I believe IZ is the Imperial, while the Rheinbund took the Coalition. So there's going to be Swedish, Saxon, and Prussians on the Coalition side, with obviously a lot of French. We can look at the points here. We have an 8-point Ney. You have a 12-point Murat, so they're bringing, you know... Oh, and actually, I stand mistaken. I apologize. Rheinbund was Imperial. Coalition was IZ. But yeah, go look at the factions. Like I said, the 8-point Ney, 12-point Murat. You have a 10-point Soult, and then I think there's one other French. 6-point Bernadotte. There he is. There's Bernadotte. Actually has a mixture of forces. That's just super unlucky. On the other side, it's Brunswick, Hohenlohe, Essen, and Zeswich. I probably totally butchered those, but I don't see the points for those, unfortunately. But it looks like a Swedish, Saxon, and 2 Prussians. One of the Prussians has some Saxon forces mixed in there. So hopefully we'll see some really cool Saxon cav in this battle. Saxony has some of the coolest cav. I remember back in 8.9 when Saxony was its own custom army. It's quite cool. What's really kind of cool is that the Swedish are here. You don't see the Swedish in a lot of core battles unless it's like the Russian Swedish fight, the cores. But we have a bit of a charge here, maybe with some light hussars. Not sure exactly what they were planning on doing, but they are looking to be charging Murat's hussars. Maybe trying to scare them off. Like they weren't really taking, you know. Yeah. But it does look like we now have Murat pushing up. He has some dragoons supporting his hussars. Saxony supporting this Swedish cavalry push. This map is Germany 4A, which is a very fun map. I have seen plenty of times played. Usually there's a bit of a fight for this LOC in the center. Nice hill surrounding it. Today, Howitzers, man, crashing in. Actually got a dragoon. Just one of them, though. He'll be fine. But yeah, you can see that the French have actually taken a decent chunk of this hill. Now, they have not really taken as much on the left, but with Murat pushing a lot of cavalry up, I'm sure the French are going to be there a little quicker. And looking at where the armies are going, so like I said, we have the 6-point Bernadotte and 8-point Ney pushing the center, with, I believe, Soult going on the right flank. Now, I'm not sure if they're planning on taking an entire right flank. It does look like the coalition have a decent amount of artillery. I see a lot of artillery firing right now. That's at least 9 guns total, 10, 11, or something like that. They have a lot of guns, guys, because I saw at least 2 or 3 over here, another 2 or 3 over here. Yeah, I mean, they have guns for days. So the French are going to have to be very mobile if they're going to want to combat the masses of artillery. Now, I do not know if they brought a lot of artillery. If I were to guess, I would say they probably didn't bring a lot. I don't think they actually can bring a lot. But we do see a little bit of artillery here. Ooh, and we have a little bit more of a skirmishing happening here. You know, so artillery going to pull back. The Prussian infantry just waiting. By waiting for the right moment to be given the order to advance. Artillery just going to soften up the enemy at the moment. France has a lot of skirmishers pushed up. Looks like he's maybe trying to get a light infantry screen. I mean, not really a lot of cavalry to defend this, but still, it's kind of dangerous to attack that with cavalry because usually these skirmishers will be able to get a nice, accurate volley off on the cavalry. Now, if Sweden throws one of their heavy... They're large Hussar units. They probably can do it, especially to hit the flank. You can see Murat is pushing up to support this infantry and skirmisher attack. It looks like France is going straight at the enemy here. Maybe trying to hit them before the rest of the coalition forms up. as there's still a Prussia and Sweden way back here, Saxony over here. And let's actually look at the coalitions mostly together. Ooh, what happened there? Man, I'm surprised the infantry are going straight in at this artillery position. I really actually am. I mean, this is a howitzer, but it can fire a canister, guys. This is not something... Oh, man. They're going to fire a canister. I guarantee you Prussia's about to fire some canister at these poor lights. You see Prussia's pushing up some of their grenadiers. And France is going straight at them. Man, they are going straight in. Holy smokes. Oh, they're actually focusing down this artillery piece. Can they break them before they fire? I don't know if that will happen. Either way. Oh yeah, they may break these guys. They're dropping pretty fast now. Are they gonna fire? Is he limbering up? Oh, it's too late. If he's limbering up, it's too late. Yeah. Never put your howitzers in your front lines, guys. Always put them way back. I'm sure they did probably expect... I wouldn't have expected the French to advance so quickly. He may have just gotten caught. And was not expecting that so vicious of attack, especially by such accurate light infantry. Now, we do have some cavalry. Now, going in, we have some dragoons. I'm going to go for Prussia. Prussia may have some squares, though. These are grenadiers, after all. We'll see in just a second here. I do not see a square getting formed there. Oh, wait, no, it did. They formed a square. Okay, so they did form, and now some punishing volleys from Prussia on the other sides, but it does look like Murat is going in for another Prussian line with dragoons. And that was a beautiful charge. And now he's going to send in another one. But Prussia actually is getting some shots off here. This charge is not going to be as powerful and strong. Now Saxony's actually going to countercharge here. Going for some skirmishers. Man, look at all the cavalry. Murat's probably going to have to charge in here and deal with this. Yeah, Prussia has plenty of cavalry. You can see all shifting over. However, this side, oh my gosh. Murat's pushing for tons of cav infantry. Everything's happening all at once. It appear a nice countercharge by the dragoons from Murat. Now France is actually going to pull back on this side. That's a lot of cavalry. Just like Murat's going to try to go for some more Prussians. Yeah, there's a lot of cavalry on both sides. This is very exciting to see. Both sides having cavalry makes for a very juicy, spicy battle. And a nice charge by Prussia to break those dragoons by Murat. Now Murat's going to try to break some of the Prussian light cav. But you can see, guys, a lot of troops massing up all along the line here. So you have Prussia. He has plenty of reserves. He has been... Wow, that's a lot of infantry. A lot of Fusiliers. Not known for their amazing morale and amazing melee, but they have some pretty good shooting stats. Now, we do have Saxony here. I'm imagining a lot of his troops are pretty small. If he brought any, he may have brought more cavalry, I'm not sure. But you can see Prussia's falling back. He does have his cav close by. A lot of heavies to support his retreat. As Soult is pushing very aggressively right now. You talk about a general advance, guys. That is the advance that, well, if you're France, you love to see it. If you're the coalition, you would dread to see that. Look at that. So beautiful. And this Prussian infantry is probably going to get caught. I mean, France is hot on their heels. This grenadier is dead. Now it does sound like both sides are starting to re-engage a little bit here. Now with Bernadotte and Ney both up. Bernadotte moving more on this side. They're going to start pushing here. Prussia's going to have to reform and probably get ready to take them on again. And what's really nice for Nays, man, their units are rather chunky. I mean, both sides actually have some very large unit sizes. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, we have a cav charge again. Or not. Never mind. We just have France really trying to close that distance. Look how much infantry, guys. Sweden's way over here. There's so much happening all at once. Like, there is so much happening here. We have that bayonet charge going in on the Prussian Grenadiers. I guarantee you Prussia's probably going to charge them with some cavalry, but oh, they got to watch out. Infantry got caught out. Prussian cavalry, and they're not shooting. It takes so long to shoot. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe they'll still get a couple of those Prussian cavalry units, but still, you know that the musket bug is definitely hitting the French. It does like there was a little bit of cav engagement. A square was formed, keeping their squares on the flank. And Murat, man, Murat's probably everywhere at once. This is probably not a fun time. He's going to pull back towards his square, push for more cavalry to try to defend his cav. Saxony's going to pull back again. And we have a bit of a cav engagement in the center. It looks like Murat going in again. Prussia really shooting them down, though. And now those poor Prussian infantry are sandwiched between some Prussian and French cavalry. Nice square formed, though. Artillery just killing this French line. Now cavalry's going to try to go for the artillery piece. We'll see if they make it. Are they going to? France is advancing as well. I think he's going to, yeah, he's going to try to go for it.
Our men are running, sir.
All right. This battle's heating up, guys. I'm excited. France really is pushing up this forward line. Ney going straight in at the enemy. Oh, we have the assault columns. Grenadiers charging in. And they're going to go straight in at this Prussian line by the road. Oh, man. Nothing Prussia can do here. Cavalry won't be able to even get an edge on them. They just got to push up some reserves to try to hold them back. But here we go. I think France is going in for a melee. Yep, in the center here, cavalry cuirassiers. Now some heavy French cavalry make an impact at the Prussian line. Some Prussian cavalry now maybe going to throw themselves forward, trying to stop them. These cuirassiers, I wouldn't be surprised if they pull back, let the French infantry now do a lot of the work. As you can see, all along the side, France is going in for the bayonet. The French center looking pretty good, as Murat's going to keep cycling in cavalry, infantry doing very well. Masses of reserves pushing forward here. We have a bit of that heavy cav clash here with some infantry kind of sandwiched in there. French infantry pushing forward. Artillery trying to do their best to force back the French on this side. Maybe Sweden needs to make a bit of an aggressive push here. If you're looking at the overall look here, France is really pushing the center here. He's throwing everything he has into the center line, and Prussia is breaking. All the cavalry the coalition has is going to the center, trying to stop this massive gash in their lines. Sweden needs to attack, in my opinion. Like, swing around this flank, maybe not. I don't know. At this point, Prussia still has a good reserve. He can save it, then he'll be good. Obviously, he's going to have to hold some troops back here. It's like this French cav accidentally tried to go for an attack on this cav instead of this infantry right here, but oh, the mass rout really could start for Prussia. He did get a rally from his general. He's really trying, guys. He's really trying to hold back Murat. Murat does not want to be stopped. Saxony's throwing in a lot of cavalry to stop this. France over here, well, I think they are finally getting stopped by the heavies from Saxony. Russia's still trying to hold here, but France is just being unrelentless, guys. Sweden is pushing this flank with what he has. I think he's sending more into the center. You can see a lot of forces concentrated here. France is still pushing forward. And France is looking still really good. Russia may try to do a tactical retreat. He does look like he actually was really shooting up Ney. Ney was getting really shot up here. And now they're going to pull back, but France in the center is going to push forward once again. Most likely the coalition will have to throw in cavalry again. Unfortunately, this Prussian line is getting attacked by the French infantry. Such large units, they can't be denied. They're going to be able to take this fight. Guns are broken, but we have Sweden holding the hill as best they can. They're the only ones still being able to stand their ground. Prussia in the center just got broken. The only hope they have is that they can break a lot of the French in the meantime. And actually, yeah, Prussia was able to save a decent amount of their army at the moment. We do have Sweden and Prussia both trying to hold this road. Maybe Sweden's going to be the one to stop. We do have a cavalry charge going in. The 45th does not form square, so nice charge by Prussia. Some Chevaliers, it looks like. Just trying to save their lines here. France probably is very tired, so they need to be very careful at this point, because the coalition could start taking advantage of the fact that, well, they don't have a lot of fresh troops. I mean, they have some reserves over here, but in the center, cavalry can start rolling over the French. Look at these huge grenadier columns, guys. Still marching forward towards the coalition's line. The coalition are barely forming up in time. But they have reformed. Oh, we have a bit of a cab clash here. France trying to go for some skirmishers. Going to get intercepted a little bit by Saxony's troops. We have Saxony's horse artillery trying to help out here with a bit of...
Our men are running.
Got some cavalry actually shifting around here. So Sweden has held. Still a lot of cavalry here, guys. But here we go. Murat going in again. There's nothing you could truly do when heavy cavalry's getting in on you. And unfortunately, Prussia they're just getting so focused down, not having any squares. French infantry so close behind. You can see, once again, coalition cavalry trying to counter, trying to go in as well. Over here, Prussia's charging in against the French lines. So they're trying to win on at least a flank. But the mass route, guys, the mass route for the coalition is just too great. They are not going to be able to hold back Murat and a, what is this, assault? A 10 and a 12 pointer plus a 6 and 8, I believe. And it's like Murat finally has broken through here, starting to go for this unit or that. I mean, there's just too many holes in the coalition's lines at this point. They cannot really come back from this. They've been kind of fighting on the uphill the entire time, though. They had some really some really good plays like that one, man. But their cav probably isn't as good as Murat's. Plus, the French have way more squares they can form than the coalition does. There's definitely feel like an advantage for the Imperials, some better quality versus quantity that the coalition has.
Our men are running, sir.
We do have Sweden still trying to fight. They're actually still they're still holding. Still holding with Saxony's help. forcing back some assault infantry. You see Prussia trying to hold whatever's left. But pretty soon that's going to crumble, most likely. All that's mostly left is cavalry. Oh boy, this battle went from 0 to 100 real quick, but it seems to have dropped back down. Russia's basically at this point just doing cav charges one after the other, and actually, wow, they are actually doing work here on this French line, breaking one unit at a time, wearing them down just a little bit. Yeah, look at this, they're cycle charging in and out. And they are catching French troops out of square. I'm liking how it feels like the coalition are not at all giving up yet. They still have cavalry, and they still are doing damage to the coalition, or to the Imperials. Obviously, they got the rest of their cavalry. And I can't imagine they have a lot of infantry, probably a lot of it broke. Maybe they have some that's in the back resting, so they're going to try to delay as long as possible. You see there is some Prussians over here, some Swedish. There's an LLC that made make a stand by. But man, talk about the amazing... I always love combined... Ooh, a bit of a charge here. Unfortunately, probably not good for Saxony. Oh, wow. Okay, they both broke. But I love combined arms assaults. And what I mean by combined arms is the cavalry with infantry support. Not just sending cavalry by itself, but sending up infantry as well. So you send in the cavalry to kind of shock the infantry. They may not break immediately, but they're tied up engaging cavalry. They can't shoot. And the next thing you know, there's infantry columns right behind that cav that charge in. And then once the infantry is engaged, you can start pulling that cavalry out. And the infantry can then be backed up with more infantry that can now push up because it's not getting shot. It's kind of a textbook strategy. These grenadier columns are pushing forward, probably trying to go for some LOCs here. Try to stop any last stand made by the coalition before they can even make it. Some cavalry engaging the rest of Saxony's troops. And they're going to break them. These grenadiers going in. Yeah, I believe they are. Yeah, you can see Prussia has some troops left. Like, they're trying to let their men rest up and recover. They're trying. They are trying to still win this. Ooh, we have a bit of a huge clash here. Some cavalry and infantry. Looks like they did take the LOC from Sweden. Oh, is Prussia gonna get a flank on those cuirassiers who have been so deadly? Ooh, I think we got another cav charge. Oh, yes. Oh, they're in the form of square. So we have some Prussian cav in a retreat as France is going to pour in a volley here. Prussia has some infantry along with Sweden. And these cuirassiers, man, they have been fighting for quite a while. They're exhausted and they're still breaking enemy. That is just downright, well, if you're the French, that's beautiful. If you're the coalition, that's disgusting, you know? Be like, how are these guys still in the fight? And now more crosshairs going in. Whenever you're out in the field, guys, it's pretty tough. Look at the impact they make. They knock over so many Prussians. Heavy cav is such a crazy dangerous force if used correctly. It is just... France is, for the most part, won. I think Prussia, unfortunately, kept running into volleys. France was able to just form the squares or get some nice counter volleys when they hit charged in. I'm sure that Prussian cav was getting tired. And at this point, whatever lines were left by the coalition are about to just fold against such superior numbers of French infantry. And whatever's left of the coalition is mostly cavalry. So at this point, you know, it's kind of probably just a desperate last hurrah, I guess. I don't know. It is a tournament battle, though, so if there's any coalition infantry going for LOCs, potentially, if they can get there, then they could win by LOC victory. But it's like there's a Prussian unit marching from over here. I think it's basically over. I think, yeah, we have some Prussian cavalry making the last-ditch efforts. But if this is the only bit of infantry left, I'll just fast forward a little bit here unless we get some cool charges here. Ooh, actually, speaking of cool charges. But I don't think there's much else that's really gonna happen here. And I honestly, I tried to do a little. At the very end, I tried to ask the question, you know, what lost them the battle? And I don't think actually there was anything that was, like, I should say, I usually say what mistake was made that lost them the battle. I don't think the coalition actually necessarily made a mistake. They just, unfortunately, got hit really hard, and the French played a very good battle. Maybe the last Saxon cav charge here. I don't think the coalition did anything necessarily wrong. They went to engage the enemy. Maybe they should have been a little bit more cautious.
We have killed their
Maybe trying to
general,
send
now
cavalry
they
to
must
counter Murat's cav, but I think they were doing that. It's just Murat a little bit better quality cavalry, maybe. I don't know. It'd be interesting to hear from the people that played in this battle what they thought they maybe could have done better. But I think both sides played very well. I mean, they played very well. The Coalition, even with taking some heavy losses in the beginning, they obviously saved it for a minute. They pulled back. They were able to try to reform, but then Murat went in again, and it was over. And definitely the Coalition had a lot of artillery, which is why the French probably made such an aggressive attack. Like, not sitting around hesitating. They just went straight in at the enemy, and obviously it paid off. And it turned into a victory for them. A very, very successful victory, although they definitely had some losses. So it was a win for Rheinbund. But well played by IZ. They did a very good job. But anyway, I think I'll skip to the end, guys, because I think nothing else is really happening. So I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, guys, so this replay was sent in by the player as Murat. I honestly am not sure which one that was, but you can see a lot of kills. You can see actually his army too. Looks like he brought 2 of the Cuirassiers. He brought a lot of Dragoons. Very fun Murat build, actually. Just a lot of Dragoons, a couple Hussars and light cav, but that Dragoon and heavy cav, man, they did some work. But anyway, let me put the results here so you guys can see. Okay, so here we see Lotus was playing as one of the, I don't know any of the French players. Lotus got 933 kills. You have Gord with 1432, Philippe with 827, and Lejeune with 826. On the other side, you have Beauregard with 1244 as one of the Prussias, Data L as a Prussia Saxony, 929. You have Kylie with 425 as Sweden, and Chain as Saxony with 505 for the kills. Some pretty good kills. Man, Beauregard got some really, really high kills. Second best out of everybody on both sides of the team. Only with Gord having the most kills with 1432. So, actually a really, really fun battle. Really liked it. It was close for a little bit there, and then all of a sudden it wasn't, of course. But that's how battles go. So, but anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for the support. Really do appreciate you guys, you know, just watching videos and commenting, liking, or just watching, you know. I appreciate it. It makes me happy to see that you guys are enjoying this content. So, until the next time, you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will catch you all in another video.